Hello internets, this is Pojo. I'm going to be casting another Terran versus Protoss feud today. In terms of what I'm going to be casting in general, it's basically going to be whatever I feel like. I'm going to look at whatever's entertaining. This is my lunch break again, so instead of playing a game that's going to last too long and cause me to be a couple minutes late, I'm just going to cast a replay of a fixed length that that I know that I've won in a fairly short period of time. This is going to be an exploration of one Rax Rod, and as soon as I remember where the replay button is, there it is. This is pre-patch 1.1, I believe, but it's not really going to matter too much because I don't think there's going to be any of the major changes. I'm going to be playing primarily off of Marauders because I'm going to be using one Rax Rod. Okay, alright, we're recording now. That's good. Yeah, okay, definitely things are going right. My SCVs are a little out of place here, not too big a deal. I think I got a decent split off. Just one of them got around the back a little bit. This is my opponent, the Protoss player, Masada. He's probably a fairly high-ranked platinum player. I'm not really sure, but I guess it's not going to matter too much. Alright, so Masada's going for a very early probe scout, and this is the same thing that we saw last game, where he's probably going to try for some pretty serious harass. That's one of the main reasons that you see Protoss putting out their probes so early. The other reason is if they're going for a rush on a big map like this, and if they want to do a quick rush, they have to get their probe into your base pretty quick. So here I am just sort of waiting for my supply depot to build. I see the probe coming by. Probe go ahead and just takes a quick scout on my base. I guess he wants to make sure my command center didn't go anywhere. He's also probably checking for refineries or any sort of early cheese builds, but in general, not too much is going to happen here. I have my second SCV out there for scouting, and he's just going to start chasing that probe away, which should work out to my advantage. So now, supply depot's up. I'm waiting on my barracks. There's my barracks. I think I canceled SCV for that, so I lost a little bit of mineral income in that, but at the same time this barracks is going up 11, which is very important because it's part of the one Rax Rod build. You get your barracks up at 11, you get your refinery up at 11, and that way you have the fastest possible tech lab, fastest possible marauder that you can get, while still keeping a halfway reasonable econ. Okay, so Protoss player knows where I am, he knows what I'm building, he's building two gateways, he's obviously going to rush me, so that should be helpful since I'm not really going for super high econ, but the marauders are in pretty good position, and I'm also a little wary of this probe already, because I know that he's been out there pretty quick, and that's sort of a early indicator of a rush, generally. He's standing his probe right next to my barracks, which is a fairly smart play because what it allows him to do is block my tech lab off. But I've seen this before, so I'm not really going to have any problems with it. I'm already sending out the second SCV to chase him off. Yep. And this time I actually get all my micro right, so my tech lab goes up, the probe is locked out. The probe's going to attack my tech lab, but that's not really anything that I care about. So, yeah. Refineries mining fully. Tech lab's going up. Building SCVs, gotta continue building SCVs or else you're in fairly big trouble. I'm getting my supply depot up. My build is probably a little bit off from the fastest version of one Rax Rod, but that's alright. So, because I do want to have that supply depot up so I don't have any problems getting supply blocked or anything, trying to micro multiple forces. And getting my orbital command up before I get my marauder, which is yeah, once again, I'm focusing just a little bit on the econ because I kind of have this idea that something's coming. Oh, well, now I just know that something's coming because my SCV spotted those two zealots and got himself in a position where he can see the rush coming. So, this SCV is just going to chase that probe off again and let the supply depot go down. If the probe makes a run for it, I think I would have raised that supply depot, but who knows. Oh, yep, here he comes. And he's not going to get in, so the Marauder will finish him almost instantly. Alright, two Zealots. Masada. He's going to start taking swings at my supply depot. This isn't really the cleverest plan at this point. I mean, I do have the Marauder fully up, the concussive shells are almost finished, and all I have to do is keep these buildings in decent repair, and I can just shell in him all I want. Yeah, he's almost going to lose his Zealot, but now he's got his second Zealot. Yeah, I'm getting a little blinky here, but there's my second Marauder, and at this point it's definitely the signal for him to run away. Just keeping one SCV repairing was more than enough to keep that wall in nice and secure against the Terran player, or against the Protoss player. And as you can see, I'm still building SCVs, which is very important. Let's keep one of those tabs up. My opponent's building more zealots, which having a lot of zealots is a decent plan against marauders, but the early Raxrod harass is mainly about like abusing those zealots with concussive shells as much as possible, and I think we're going to see quite a bit of that because I'm still producing marauders, I'm still producing SCVs, I'm building my second barracks, I'm getting supply depots up, I'm doing everything right with macro mostly. Now I have about 6 or 7 zealots. They're trying to run away, but the concussive shells are keeping them pretty well at bay. So now I'm going to start taking pot shots at the pylon because those zealots can't really do anything. Masada rallies with his probes, which is a decent plan because those probes can help with surrounds and keeping the marauders at bay. My marauders are just going to continue to run away, take their pot shots as much as possible. I now have 4 marauders, and I don't think these SCVs or these probes are particularly well backed up, so just going to kill them off. The zealots are moving back here so that they can attempt to flank, but I do see them running in that direction, so I'm not going to commit too hard, I don't believe. Yeah, here come the zealots, and I destroy that first pylon and immediately start running as soon as I see those zealots coming. That first shot right there really stopped them from doing any damage off on me. This one marauder who is out of place is going to be very helpful because it allows him to... he's able to attack these zealots fully while I only have to micro one group, and that's pretty useful for me. Once again, just using those concussive shells to slow the zealots down, make it so they can't really hit me very hard. At this point, he's just he's way too overcommitted. He's lost his pylon, the marauders are coming out. I've got some marines as backup in case some tech comes out, and I'm going to go straight for the barracks and the win. And here we go. A little bit more beating, and yeah, there comes another zealot, but at this point it's just far too late. I'm still microing just to keep my marauders in nice good health, keep that margin of victory pretty heavy. I'll take down the first one, and oh man, marauders are so lame, you see. So, yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed that game. It's not the best demonstration of one Raxrod, because you usually don't play one Raxrod defensively against zealots, but like what you normally do is you go in and you try and stop the zealots as much as possible, and then overwhelm stalkers if they attempt to build those with massive numbers of marauders. But you see the basic concept: get the marauder out early, use those concussive shells to their best advantage, and just basically start going for their buildings. Once you get them down, that's pretty much game over. So hope you enjoyed this game. I hope it's in good quality, because that's certainly what I was aiming for here, and Test Run 3 will be in a few days, I expect. Well, probably this weekend. Alright, have a good time. Good games.